I just came back from Otakon. Let's talk about it. So this weekend, I just came back from Otakon, my favorite anime convention, and I saw a bunch of crazy things, saw some cool panels, and let's talk about everything I saw and wish I did get to see. Otakon is actually my favorite anime convention out of all of the major ones, so I typically have gone to Katsucon, Otakon, and BlurredCon in this main area, and out of all of them, between BlurredCon for the atmosphere and Otakon for all of the big events, panels, premieres. It's the things that I love about conventions. I cosplay, I don't always cosplay. So when I get the chance to actually go to these and see all these cool premieres or these exclusive signings or releases, I love going to that. So mainly day one mostly was revolving around us going to there, getting there and checking out the dealer's hall. The dealer's hall where you buy all your main things, so all of the major works. I checked out the discotheque media and I checked out a couple of things. I'll drop a video on all the things that I bought. And for the most part, it was us walking around, meeting a bunch of our friends and seeing them and catching up and just seeing a bunch of the cool things that they have out there to buy. So the first thing I actually did get to see, I got to come to the end of it, was the Watatabe premiere for The Monster Wants to Eat Me. There's a new anime coming out in the fall, so they showed off an exclusive screening for that. So I get to see a little bit of that and stay for the Q&A. I'm actually really interested in this one. This is not my typical anime that I do watch, but this is something that, like, hey, when you're here, you might as well check these out. And I actually came back interested, so this is something I'm definitely going to watch. And after that panel, I stayed in that area because I stayed for the Studio Trigger panty and stocking panel. And it was really cool. They actually brought a bunch of different, the directors and the assistants that worked on the animation of the show. And we actually saw a couple of the two episodes that they actually worked on. And we all got an exclusive little panel print for it. Apparently, if you go to a bunch of these major conventions like this, Anime Expo, the one Anime NYC, you can actually fit all of them together because they're all giving different characters for each panel, different part of the poster. So if you get all four of them, they end up making their own cool exclusive poster. I don't know who is going to get all four of those, but if you do, that's awesome. I ended up getting the stocking car. She is my favorite character in the show, so this is really fun to see. And got to see the actual cut version of this one. So in our broadcast and Prime Video, we get the full uncensored one. They told us we're getting a rarity by actually watching the Japanese censored version. So it was very interesting to see what they had to remove compared to what we got, because that show, if you haven't watched it, shows a lot. After that, I took a quick break, went back to my room, and did my Red Hood cosplay. So, Red Hood is one of my favorite Batman characters. He's my second favorite of the Bat family, and I actually got to do a really solid cosplay. Shout outs to my boy Justin for the helmet, and it came out really well. I didn't get to do the DC photo shoot like I wanted on Sunday, but hey, it is what it is. I love my pictures. After taking a bunch of cosplay photos in a way too hot costume, remember to stay hydrated if you go to these cons in a full leather jacket or mask, because it was hot in that August heat. But after that, we went to the arcade, and you know I went to the Soul Calibur booth. Soul Calibur is my favorite fighting game franchise. I love Tekken, but I love Soul Calibur more. Got to play a bunch of random sets with a bunch of really good players, so shout outs to all of them. And just walked around, got to see all the different cabinets. It was a little bit different compared to last year, but they had like Third Strike, MVC2, a bunch of good rhythm games. So if you were a gamer of any genre, you had a game to play over there. After that, we went to the Discotheque panel on Saturday. Discotheque is one of the best anime licensors right now, giving us really great DVDs. So they showed off a bunch of the new ones. We're getting the Digimon movie pack, which is really awesome to see, part 2. So the first one's already out. I still have to cop that one. They also dropped the big reveal that Monster is actually getting a DVD release, and Golden Boy is also getting a full Blu-ray release. And I cannot wait. Both of those series are must cops. Certain things like that. One of my favorite things about conventions is going to these panels and seeing this type of stuff. I am a big media collector. If you haven't seen my whole wall of DVDs and games, I love collecting physical media because when this stuff pulls off of streaming, it's gone forever most of the time. After that, I checked out the Ghost in the Shell 20th anniversary panel, and then around 8 o'clock, I saw the Gundam G-Quux panel. You know Gundam G-Quux is one of my favorite shows this year so far, so they did a full re-screening of the first episode again, and seeing all of these things now finishing the show gives me a lot more perspective and how much they were hinting at the beginning of the series. If you have not seen G-Quux, you got to do your homework. If you aren't a Super Gundam fan, really worth watching. It's by Hideki Anno that did Evangelion and has the art style from the Pokemon team. So very different, very fun anime to watch. And then after that, we went to a couple more panels, had a lot more fun. But overall, and then we skipped Sunday. Sunday is typically a good time, but I had already bought everything from the artist alley and dealer's room. So I kind of cashed out and said, you know what, I'm good. It's also way too early for that DC photo shoot on Sunday, so we hauled out. But this year was a really great con. Compared to last year, I had gotten food poisoning right before the Flow concert, so I missed that. So getting out to this one was a really good time, and shout out to the con staff and the actual setup for Otakon. It was very well done, very easy to get through, no real major issues. It was not line con this year, thankfully, because we've had those days in the past where you try to show up 40 minutes early to a panel, and then you were like 2 hours too late. But this year was really well organized, so shout out to the staff and the team that worked on it. This was a really great con. Did you go this year? Let me know in the comments below. To the Super Comic Captain signing off.